All right, authorities in Pennsylvania are intensifying their search right now for a convicted murderer who escaped from prison last week.
Surveillance images showed Danelo Cavalcante slipping past a police perimeter on Monday. More than 250 officers are now assisting the search for the 34-year-old.
Earlier this week, authorities broadcasted a message from Cavalcante's mother. That was in the hopes that he would hear it and surrender.
Joining us now is chief investigative reporter at CBS News Philadelphia, Joe Holden. Joe, I know you've been on this story from the beginning. Tell us about the search efforts right now, and why is it taking so long to capture this guy?
Yeah, Michael and Errol, good to see both of you. So the search is intensive. In fact, so intensive, people who live in the southern part of Chester County describe it as stressful. They are living stressful lives right now because schools are closed, children are home, businesses are suffering because of the heavy police presence. In fact, not just 20 minutes ago, we watched troopers search this train here. They are making sure any vehicles, trains, cars, buses coming out of this perimeter are being checked. That gives you an indication of the level of where they're at with this search. You asked about the difficulty. It is rural. The woods here, the brush, the density of overgrowth. In a sort of an explanation, you look into some of these woods, you might see for about 6 feet, and then there is nothing but greenery. Really nothing to really determine even a focus. So these movements you've mentioned, the trail camera that picked up Danelo Cavalcante on Monday night, show that his movements happen at night. Other home surveillance systems have also caught him moving at night. Police sources tell me they believe he may hunker down during the daytime hours, and some of that has led some of these sightings, either confirmed or believed to be Danelo, have pushed the perimeter even further to the north and east, where to my left is the Brandywine Creek. It just sits over this bank here. Police have their presence along the roadway here. Again, they are checking cars. We've seen them search cars as their efforts strain into a 7th day to find Danelo Cavalcante.
Joe, I like the way that you've explained why it's taking investigators time, right? It's partly because of the time that he's moving, the brush and the topography, and the investigators have all the video evidence, but there's a lot on their hands right now. I'm wondering how everyone there is reacting, because I understand 2 school districts shut down in an abundance of caution because of this. So investigators have to, what, coordinate with districts? Speak to us about the safety plan in the area as this drags on almost into a week.
Yeah, Errol, so we know that the superintendents had a phone call with prosecutors and state police yesterday morning around 5 o'clock to go ahead and make the decision to cancel. So that is how quickly things are developing here. And yet lives are in the balance of all of these stakeholders and decision makers. And things are frustrating here for people in southern Chester County on all fronts.
Joe Holden, thanks for your reporting.